In this video, I will be showing you how to identify an element on the periodic table of elements. All elements that have been discovered can be found on the periodic table of elements. This is one example of the periodic table of elements. You may see the periodic table of elements shown in various different ways. Like I mentioned, this is one example. This is a more common example of the periodic table of elements. As you can see, it has more information on this table. In the next slide, I'm going to be showing you what that information is on each of these elements. This is an element card. Here we have the element lithium. If you notice, at the very top, we have a number 3. This 3 represents the atomic number. This is a number that we're going to use to locate this element on the periodic table of elements. Then you have the symbol Li for lithium. This is kind of a shortened version of the name of the element, and most of the times it aligns with the actual name of the element. Later in the presentation, I'm going to show you some examples of element symbols that don't match the element name. But for this slide, our element symbol is Li, capital L, lowercase I, for the element lithium. Next, we have the element name. Spelled out, it is lithium. So we have the symbol Li, capital L, lowercase I, and then we have the name lithium. Lastly, we have the atomic mass. And you should be familiar with mass. This is kind of like the weight of the element. This is a characteristic that is used to identify various elements. And you'll learn more about that as we go on. So this is the atomic mass, and each mass is distinctive to that element. So every element has its own specific mass. So on this element card, we have the atomic number, the atomic symbol, the element name, and the atomic mass. Now I'm going to show you how to use this element card and to find it on the periodic table. So here we have that same element card, lithium. And if we're going to look on the periodic table, we would look here and we find lithium. It's number 3. The symbol is capital L, lowercase I, the word lithium, and the atomic mass. Next, we're going to discuss some elements whose name doesn't match their symbol. So, for example, lithium, Li, the lithium, the element, the symbol is Li. So that element symbol matches the element name, lithium and Li. Elements that were discovered later often have different symbols than their names. So for example, number 26, capital F, lowercase e, represents the element iron. Element number 47, capital A, lowercase g, represents the element silver. And element number 80, capital A, lowercase u, represents the element gold. In your assignment for today, you're going to be using the periodic table to identify various elements. You're going to be given the element card, and you're going to determine the name of that element using the periodic table. So you're going to be given an element like lithium, and you're going to have to tell me what that element is on the periodic table. So you would be given the Li. You would have to find Li on the periodic table and tell me that Li represents lithium. I hope this video helps.